In the summer of 1944, German scouts reported something strange. Through their binoculars, they saw a massive Allied armored division, dozens of tanks, heavy artillery, and convoys of trucks stretching for miles. The enemy prepared for battle, convinced a major attack was coming. But when their forces moved in, there was nothing, no tanks, no soldiers, just empty fields. The massive invasion force they had seen hours earlier had never existed. They had just been fooled by one of the most unusual military units in history, a group armed not with bullets, but with paint, rubber, and sound. This was the Ghost Army. The Ghost Army was officially known as the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops. Formed in 1944, it consisted of only 1,100 men, but they were far from ordinary soldiers. Many were artists, set designers, sound engineers, fashion illustrators, and radio specialists. They were recruited for their creativity and trained in the art of deception. Their mission was simple yet dangerous: to make the enemy believe an entire army was in one place while the real troops moved elsewhere. Their most famous tools were inflatable tanks and artillery, huge rubber shells that, once inflated, looked exactly like Sherman tanks or heavy cannons from the air. A small team could create a fake military camp overnight, complete with rows of vehicles, tents, and even fake soldiers. From above, German reconnaissance planes photographing the scene saw what appeared to be thousands of men and machines. But the Ghost Army didn't stop at visuals, they also mastered sound deception. Engineers recorded the roars of engines, the metallic clank of tank tracks, and the shouts of soldiers. These recordings were played through massive loudspeakers that could be heard up to 15 miles away. The sounds matched the fake equipment on the ground, making the illusion even more convincing. They also faked radio transmissions. Skilled operators mimicked the communication style of real Allied divisions, sending messages filled with believable but false information. German intelligence intercepted these transmissions, further convincing them the fake army was real. Sometimes, Ghost Army soldiers went into nearby towns dressed in the uniforms of other divisions, spreading misleading rumors in places where enemy spies could overhear them. Every detail was designed to sell the illusion. One of their most daring missions was Operation Viersen in March 1945, just before the Allies crossed the Rhine River. The Ghost Army created the appearance of two full divisions preparing to attack. They set up more than 600 inflatable tanks and vehicles, blasted hours of sound effects, and filled the air with fake radio chatter. The Germans took the bait, shifting thousands of troops to defend against the Phantom Force. Meanwhile, the real Allied crossing took place miles away with minimal resistance. By the end of the war, the Ghost Army had staged over 20 major deception operations. Their work was classified for more than 50 years, and only in 1996 was the truth revealed. The men who had created armies out of thin air had saved countless lives, all without firing a shot in battle. After the war, most members returned quietly to civilian life. Many became painters, designers, architects, and teachers. Few spoke of their wartime role, but their story remains a powerful example of how creativity and cunning can change the course of history.